play action. It's Breeze. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's third down.
That's an excellent play by the defender. He diagnosed that one, closed quickly, and helped force the incompletion.
And this opening drive not going to plan. This is now 3rd and 13. Now a play fake. Breeze. Dancing to his left. And he's got Kyle Rudolph. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. A big play there as they get the conversion on 3rd and 13. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Handoff comes to Cook, and they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10.
A quick observation, Brandon, because early on in this game, I'm seeing linebackers playing with their noses close to the line of scrimmage.
And my guess is the wheels are turning on that other sideline. As a play caller, you're filing that away right now, aren't you?
Yeah, you're trying to find that opportunity later on when you can play action them or stick something to them between the 2nd and the 3rd level.
Lets it fly for Thielen. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
Well, so much for getting separation. No chance there. Locked down tight, forcing the incompletion on that attempt.
They come up to the line now facing a 3rd and 10 after the incompletion. Working from the gun, it's Breeze. Going deep here for Stills. Brings up 4th down. Solid coverage by the Bears D.
There is something to a game plan with trying to keep a defense honest. With a guy with that type of speed, you do so. Send him deep. Try and throw some air under it and hope you connect downfield. On that play, they run successful.
So well done there. And these punters, they get more specialized and better each and every year, don't they?
They sure do. And now, it's really not the American punters. It's the Australian punters with their kicking academies and that flat drop and just kind of kicking the nose of the football. They're able to almost stop it where they want to, like a good golfer can check one up.
So not quite a 1st and goal. It's 1st and 10 from the 10. And not much there at all as he'll get this only up to about the 11. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
On 2nd and 9, Foles. He'll get that complete to his tight end, Cole Kmet. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
Open man, there is Patterson, complete. And some space here. And he takes this one in for a Bears touchdown. Cordero Patterson, 81 yards. And the Bears have taken the early lead. So they connected on a short pass on 3rd and 1 to pick up the first, opting not to run it. Well, there was a lot of run after the catch all the way into the end zone.
On these short yardage plays, you often get man coverage in the secondary. Not every time, but oftentimes you do. So if you decide to go ahead and throw the ball, once they get away, especially on one like this, short pass, but now he just takes off and goes. How much rack did he end up with at the end of that one? Run after catch all the way into the end zone.
Ready?
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And, Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left.
More football.
We're only in November. But they would be a wild card team. And that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders.
That guarantees you at least one home game in the playoffs, and that's what you're really seeking. But there also isn't much margin for error for this team, right? Because right where they're sitting, a 2-game losing streak could have them out of the playoffs, so they've got to make sure they continue to keep the momentum going.
Absolutely. There's some sharks smelling blood in the water behind them. Here's 2nd and 10 now from about the 32. From the gun, it's Breeze. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
The threat of a second straight punt to start the game is looming as they come up 3rd and 10. Got an open man finding Jefferson. And getting this just shy of midfield. They'll spot it at the 49. His first catch, good for 16 and a first. First down, here's the run with Cook. And he's got it across midfield and into Bear territory. Roquan Smith, the Bears' leading tackler last season, makes the stop.
Pick up of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Play action. Breeze. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Khalil Mack able to record his 5th sack of the season.
2 sacks last week, another one right here. He's been unblockable lately, and I think that goes all the way back to not just his offseason, but the film study he's been doing during the week, because I think he's found matchups that he likes, and he's capitalizing.
And a few times he's even defeated double teams. He doesn't care at this point. Oh, he may have gotten lucky. Tried to dump it off underneath on the check down. Nearly picked. Instead, it's incomplete.
Has to be a little bit of frustration there. Back-to-back incompletions. Receivers blanketed on both attempts. This time on 3rd down.
Colquitt on to kick as he sends it away. This is fielded inside the 5. That'll wind up being a 50-yard punt, though they do get 10 back on the return. And it'll be 1st and 10 Bears from deep in their own territory. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And coming up on their 2nd drive of the game, had the touchdown last time out. Now they have the football back. Chance to really seize early momentum.
Feels to me like they had a really excellent week of practice. It all came together, but I'll bet you it got galvanized in the locker room in pregame. Somehow I think the head coach, his oratorical skills were on point.
2nd and 10 at the 14-yard line.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Foles. He'll get that complete to his tight end, Kmet. And he's got daylight. It's a foot race. And he almost made it, but just short. Finally out of bounds, right down around the goal line. A big play there on the catch and run. 85 yards. So that's about as long a non-scoring play as you're going to see from inside their own 10 to 1st and goal. They get this out left, and he is in. Touchdown, Chicago.
Touchdown.
Anthony Miller with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Bears will extend their lead. And it's good, and they have jumped out here to a quick 14-0 first quarter lead.
14. Vikings, nothing. Eddie Pinheiro to kick it off.
Now after the touchdown, here's Pinheiro to kick it off. Taken in the end zone. And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They've had it twice. They've punted twice. Not the start they were hoping for.
Not at all, and let's face it, every facility we visit, everyone talks about converting on third down, how big that is. In this situation, they've had to punt it away twice, so they're furiously going over things on the sidelines. What do we need to do to pick up a first down and change our momentum?
So the incompletion, and now it's 2nd and 10, again from the 25-yard line. Shotgun now for Breeze. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by the rookie, Jalen Johnson. And he will score. Touchdown, Chicago. A big play there by the rookie. An interception followed by the return for 6 points.
If you want to be accepted by your teammates and coaching staff, make plays like that.
Pinheiro now to add the extra point. It's good, and before you know it, it's 21-0.
Makes the score Bears 21.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away. Fielded in the end zone. And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25.
25-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here, or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either.
Line of scrimmage, again the 25, 2nd and 10. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, 3rd down.
Coverage defensively.
So much about defending the pass is being able to be right there at the moment the ball gets to the receiver. And he was right in his hip pocket, helping force that incompletion.
An incomplete pass on 2nd down. It muddles things a little bit here. This is 3rd and 10. From the gun, here's Cousins. Now a clash of bodies here, and it's intercepted. Eddie Jackson picks it. But when I looked down, he was kind of shaking his head right after he threw that pass. What did you see?
Well, from a defense's perspective, anytime you have your eyes back towards the quarterback, you're in a position to make a play on the ball, whether it's a big-time play by you or an overthrow by the quarterback. You have a much better opportunity.
First down, a run with Cohen. He's got the first down here inside the 30. And he'll finally be taken down at the 18. 25 yards the pickup there, and also a first down.
Brandon, I think you and I were both raised the same way in the game of football. You run to set up the pass, but I think we've discovered in this NFL, a lot of teams pass to set up the run. And that's what they've done throughout this game. They've aired it out, thrown it around the yard, Now they've come back to the running game, and they find a way to be successful with it.
And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. Another good gain. That's now 35 yards combined on those last 2 plays.
It's 2nd and inches at the 8-yard line.
(21-0) our score after 1.
Score Bears 21, Vikings nothing.
Options galore here. 2nd and a few inches. Bulls on the handoff. Here's Cohen. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. 4 yards on the play, and that leads to the 1st and goal. He's hit pay dirt a lot this year, but not that time.
Yeah, I'm tracking right there with you. You're exactly right. He's found the end zone plenty of times. No way I can find it.
And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Chicago. Tariq Cohen with touchdown number 12 on the year. And the Bears will add on to their lead. Pinheiro now to add the extra point. It's good, and they stretch their lead to 28-0 now.
Makes the score Bears 28, Vikings nothing. Eddie Pinheiro, the kickoff for Chicago.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. Takes this about 5 yards deep. And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. I had one tell me once, when we were having a tough patch, this too shall pass, this too shall pass. And in fact, we kept having a rough patch. He said, but you got to do something to make it pass. And that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here. So the big play moves them all the way across midfield to the 40 now for 1st and 10. Now Breeze. And he's going to be sacked. They sack him back right at the midfield stripe. Khalil Mack in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. So now 20 yards to go on 2nd down after the sack. Work to be done.
Hey, check Mike 21, Mike 21, check Mike 21. Check the outs, check the outs, check the outs. Hey, check Mike 21.
From midfield, here's Breeze. And Ty Montgomery has it complete. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. That one covers 24 yards. It's a 1st down. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
Hey, check Mike 21, Mike 21, check Mike 21. Bring it. 5-9.
To throw, it's Breeze. That's complete to the receiver, Thielen. And they'll be inside the 25 now at the 24. That catch good for only a couple. So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on 1st down.
Check Mike 21, Mike 21, check Mike 21. Watch the run, watch the run.
Now Breeze. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
Normally being a big-bodied receiver plays to their advantage downfield. Go up and make the catch, take the hit, and pick up yardage. But in this case, the hit was timed really well and popped it free from his grasp.
The Vikings on 3rd down, 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 8. Now Breeze again. This will be caught inside the 10. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7.
First and goal.
They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal. First red zone chance now for the Vikings. They've got it first and goal at the 7. To the goal line, but it's incomplete. He was looking for Adam Thielen there, but it'll be second and goal.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
It seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync, only way to play good defense.
And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Call it no gain on the keeper, and it's going to bring up a third down. Defense simply not fooled by the draw there.
Well, they were thinking run to begin with, and what they tell their defensive linemen is play the run on your way to the quarterback. If someone shows, go get him, and that's exactly what they did.
Another shot to at least get on the board here. This is third and goal. Here's Breeze. And Thielen's got it.
Breeze.
Touchdown, Vikings.
To Adam Thielen.
Adam Thielen, his fourth touchdown on the year. And the Vikings are able to close the gap just a bit. He's got it to bring it back to 28-7 now.
Bears 28, Vikings 7.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 16-yard line.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. They are just putting things together so well here, drive after drive. They really have captured the momentum, haven't they?
They've taken momentum and pretty much not just give him a jersey, but a seat on the bench as well. Whatever do you need, you've got it, because the way they're stringing things together and creating that distance between them and their opponent, it's really hard to narrow that gap. And the other part is they're taking their spirit away from them, too.
And now they're just looking to add to that total. Flushed out right. And that is incomplete.
Oh, I like that right there. Not only was it the right play, throwing it away like that, frankly, I think it was the only play.
Yeah, got outside of the pocket, realized he had nothing, just chucked it free.
Yeah, live to fight another down, right?
So the failure to connect on second down, that leaves them staring up here at a 3rd and 8. Foles. And able to catch it on the left sideline, but they're going to rule him out of bounds. So it'll be incomplete, certainly one they'd like to have back as it brings up 4th down. So on 4th down, on is the punter, Pat O'Donnell, to kick it away. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. To return is Taylor. 1:53 remaining in this first half of play. A reminder coming up just a few minutes from now, we'll send you to Jonathan Coachman and our crew in Orlando. Coach will have a look back at some of the stats and scores from yesterday's action. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5. Earlier this half, you were wondering how the defense was going to handle him defensively. Were they going to bottle him up at different levels, so to speak, is what you said. What have you seen so far?
Well, I think they've been absolutely terrific because it feels like on every play, if we were watching this in the film room, when you clicked off the film or stopped it, you would see 11 shirts of that same color right there in the frame trying to tackle it. That's what you're looking for.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. It's a first down on a gain of 10.
The Vikings.
And I don't think there's any question that this offense is going to need to hit on a few more plays like this. It's been a difficult first half for them, to say the least. And I do believe if they want to get back in this game, they need to start right now. It's kind of like making adjustments. If you try and wait until the half, it's probably too late. They need to get going right here.
first down.
Every guy that plays this game has plenty of people around him that are concerned for his health and well-being. He had no regard for his body on that catch at all, did he?
Middle of the field, diving to grab it. No, he didn't. And the throw left sideline here is caught, but they'll rule it incomplete. Couldn't keep his feet in. Second down.
Well, he certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
Back to the air on second down. It's Breeze. He'll take a shot for the end zone. And this is intercepted, but they'll say out of bounds. So very close to a turnover there in the end zone.
Thus far, they have been able to move the line of scrimmage very well in the running game. Almost felt like they said in the huddle, can you guys pass protect? Let's take a big shot downfield. Didn't get it on that one, but they may come back to it again.
Now Breeze on third down. And he finds Stills, complete. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Bears' 22-yard line. They get 14 there. First down, Vikings. On first and 10, here's Breeze. He's got this to his running back, Ty Montgomery. Now the Vikings will use the second of their timeouts as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number one.
At the Bears' 21-yard line.
They only got a yard out of that last completion. And that makes this second and 9. Breeze to throw again. Being chased out left. And he finds Montgomery complete. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. Now a timeout. 7 seconds left in the first half. This is first and goal and a golden chance to get a score back here before halftime. Again, it's Breeze. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. And getting a hand in there and knocking it away, Eddie Jackson.
Complete. It's now second and goal from the 8-yard line.
So 3 seconds here remain in the half on as the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. From the left hash, a chip shot here. And Bailey able to knock it through. So we are at halftime here on a Monday night as we'll head down to Orlando. That's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Set to resume. Here we go with the second half. The Bears holding the lead and ready to receive the kick. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And he'll wind up getting a couple extra yards here for his trouble to bringing it out of the end zone as he's down at the 27.
At their own 27-yard line.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. He was held without a catch in the first half, but he's got one here, and he also picks up a first down. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another first and 10.
I got it. Right there.
On the give, this is Cohen. And he'll take this for about 4 up to the 46-yard line.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
Again, it's Cohen. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. 7 yards there and a first down.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember, the last drive they went 3 and out.
From Viking territory now, they'll come up 1st and 10 at the 47. Toss play, Cohen, right side. The 20. And he takes this one in for a Bears touchdown. Tariq Cohen, his 2nd touchdown of the night as the Bears push further out in front. And he certainly played a pivotal role with those 2 TDs and why they're up on the scoreboard right now.
Well, someone's all about winning, aren't they? Because he's not worried about the number. Sure, it's great to have 2 touchdowns. But the bottom line is what he's doing is contributing to their lead. He wants to continue to do so.
Now after the touchdown, here's Pinheiro to kick it off. Now this will make it into the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
At their own 19-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. Their drive last time, it stalled out. They were forced to take the short field goal.
And the key phrase, you nailed it. Forced to, because you know coaches look at these short field goals.
And that's caught inside the 30. And all the way down to the 24-yard line. It's a big one there for the Vikings. 57 yards. So barely time to catch our breath. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the red zone. Throwing now is Breeze. Escaping the pressure right. And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away incomplete. Now that'll bring up 2nd down.
Well, defensively, they haven't let him just sit in the pocket and get comfortable, and that's opposite a lot of game plans in today's NFL. Ordinarily, you're trying to keep the quarterback hemmed in. In this case, they brought the heat, and if he flushes out, they're fine with that, and they force another incompletion.
Now this one to his tight end out on the right side. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target. He's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the pressure was going to come from, and said, I know how to beat that, and that's what he did.
On the tackle.
Just to pick up a 3, but that is indeed enough.
1st down, Minnesota.
From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10.
You can't block me. You can't block me. 58, somebody. 50. 13.
Now this time, Breeze will throw. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. Trying to get it that time to Stills, but it'll be 2nd down.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
Glad you're with us from Soldier Field in Chicago. 3rd quarter here, 2nd and 10. And he stopped immediately there. No gain on that one as it brings up a 3rd and 10. This defense, tough to run against. And those linebackers, they'll go side to side up the field, and there they get them for no gain.
If you can't get linemen upfield to the 2nd level to occupy them, they have a field day just running to the football and putting ball carriers up.
And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. Ty Montgomery. His 1st touchdown on the year. And the Vikings are able to cut into that deficit. And that'll cut the lead down now to 18.
Makes the score Bears 35, Vikings 17.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And they will watch this one land in the end zone. That'll be a touchback.
25-yard line.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. Still operating with a comfortable lead despite the score a moment ago as they begin 1st and 10. Here's a throw, complete right side to start things out. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves them with 2 to go on 2nd down.
8 yards on the...
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
And yet again, he stopped behind the line of scrimmage. Great job by this Vikings defense. 2 yards the loss, and now they go from 2nd and 2 to a tough 3rd and 4. Now Foles. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up.
Oftentimes when you're losing a game and the team's still throwing with this kind of a lead, you start playing a little more physically. And they took that opportunity right there to be extremely physical and force that incompletion.
Taylor now returning it. A solid 12-yard return after the 55-yard punt. And the Vikings will take over here 1st and 10. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They come in off a touchdown drive the last time they had the ball to cut down that lead. Now the defense has done their part, got them the football back.
Momentum started to shift a little bit when they scored the touchdown. It increased when the defense got them the ball back. Momentum definitely in their favor. Now they got to keep things cranking, keep it up. High, so you can keep cutting into that lead.
It's a gain of 17 yards. 1st down, Vikings.
So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line. Cousins gives way to Cook. Just what you want on a 1st down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2.
Ryan on the tackle.
And after that type of a run, there's some talking going on down on the field, but it's not trash talking. The guy who just carried the ball, he's going back and telling his offensive line, great job, keep it up, and we'll break that one soon.
Taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. It's a 1st down on a gain of 10.
That was good, tough running right up the middle. And if the defense can't penetrate and make him slow his pace or change direction, that's often the end result.
A 1st down throw for Cousins. And this one hauled in by Rudolph. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. 3 yards the gain there, 2nd down. 1 quarter remains here as we wrap up the week on a Monday night. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. Coming up on 2nd and 7. Working out of the gun, Cousins. Flush to his right. And that is incomplete. He was looking for Quincy Anoon with that time, and that'll make it 3rd down.
The scoreboard tells the story for him, a little bit bleak, and while it's not quite desperation time yet, it's definitely getting close, but the defense reads the scoreboard as well. They're going to back up and make them really earn it.
The Vikings on third down. They've been really good converting 7 of their 10 tries. This is 3rd and 7. From the shotgun, it's Cousins. Pressure, and he's taken down. A Bear sack. To credit that sack to Robert Quinn. Man, he got in there so quickly, Charles. What could the offense have done to adjust and account for that?
But what you're hoping is that you figure out and you see and get a clue that maybe there's going to be some pressure coming at you, and you change the blocking schemes. Maybe you go to max protection. The biggest one is maybe you bring your running back in to try and keep you clean. But in that case, that didn't happen. 0 accountability, and a sack resulted.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. Desperation time. Cousins on 4th down. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the rookie, Jalen Johnson. And he'll bring it all the way back, just a yard or 2 shy of midfield. And just another reason to celebrate there on the defensive side with the interception, and this is a game that they clearly have firmly in their grasp.
Yeah, a lot of handshakes, a lot of hugs, a lot of smiles. It's been their day.
Foles going to lead the Bears to the line. 1st and 10, just shy of midfield at the 49. And he's got it across the midfield stripe and into Viking territory.
Midfield to the
2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 8.
On the handoff, it's Cohen. And he's going to be stopped up at about the 47-yard line. Just a couple on the ground there. That's going to bring up 3rd and about 6.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
The Bears on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6. A shotgun handoff to Patterson. And he will have 1st down yardage as he's brought down at the 41. It's a pickup of 6. 1st down, Chicago.
Brandon, when a defense just simply can't get off the field on 3rd down, and we all know how important that down is for both sides of the ball, you often feel like you're just a step behind whatever they're doing offensively.
And one of the differences in this game, no doubt, 3rd down conversion, and that is going to be a story they'll talk about after this one. 16 yards is the pickup there, and a 1st down for Chicago.
At the 25-yard line.
They'll run on 1st down. It's Cohen, and for one of the first times all night, he is going to go nowhere as they bury him behind the line. On the stop, it was Mike Hughes.
Go, go, go! 13.
Patterson on the draw play. And only able to muster a couple down to about the 27.
He was tackled.
Now that's a mountain of a man that just made that stop, isn't it? But he's more than that. This guy's nimble and quick. More than a space eater, he just made a great play there.
Let's go.
Here's Foles. Going for it all. And that is incomplete.
One thing you hope to see out of a rookie tight end is a real concentration when the ball's in the air, and I'm not sure that he didn't, but he has to be prepared for people making a play on it when that ball's up for grabs.
This is up and good from Pinheiro. And that will stretch the lead up to 3 touchdowns now. It's a 21-point game. So chalk that down as an 8-play drive, capture the field goal.
Yeah, as a friend of mine used to say, they were moving and grooving for a while, but they couldn't keep the momentum going enough to get a touchdown out of it.
Vikings take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. Of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part two, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, it does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
2nd and 9. Again, it's Cook. And they're able to swarm him behind the line, and his rough night continues. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher 3rd down looming.
There's no question that coming into this game, this defense was pretty vocal about its desire to take this running back out of his game, and all that pregame whooping has turned into results.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Vikings in possession of the football as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. And that is intercepted on the sideline. Wait, no. They'll say no. It was caught out of bounds. So this is just an incompletion here. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And that is incomplete, but there is a flag. And on 4th down, this is a big call. So they decline the penalty. That seems a little odd.
I'm trying to work through it and work with them to figure out why.
Well, someone's got to be confused.
That's what I think. I'm pretty sure that the bench is saying take the penalty, and somehow in the heat of the moment, they thought they were saying decline the penalty, and that's going to work against them. They should have taken it.
Quick pass out to Miller. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. He was unable to shake free there, and they'll cover him for a loss of a yard. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. 4 yards on the pickup there as they get it back to a more manageable 3rd and 7.
You've got to give kudos to your offensive line and the guy carrying the ball because they were in a 2nd and long situation. It seemed pretty dire, but they brought it back to 3rd and manageable with that run.
They try again with Cohen, and they'll get to him short of the 1st down at about the 16. Call it a gain of 4, and it'll bring up 4th down.
A 4-yard gain. It's 4th down.
Well, the offense is not leaving the field. They're going to stay out and go for it on 4th and 3. They'll try and run for it. And he will have the 1st down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. They get 6 yards going for it on 4th, and now it's 1st and goal. They probably don't need to run a play here, but you wonder if they're going to be able to resist on 1st and goal. Now Cohen. And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. He'll get 2 out of that run, and it's going to bring up a 2nd and goal.
A pickup of 2 brings up 2nd and goal at the 7-yard line.
So this